so I'm not in my space, so you all probably hear a different background. But I wanted to do a test. This test is for my audience, and I hear a lot of things are going around on YouTube, but I just think you guys have to open your eyes and be aware. I would like to do an experiment on how many content creators are from other areas versus how many content creators are here from Dolton, and which of the content creators that started early on are being attacked if they're here from Dolton versus the people are being praised if they're not here. I want to let's just do a little exercise, shall we? So let's just go to Google, no, YouTube. Let's go YouTube. And let's go to youtube.com. And let's go and select let's select, sorry, I want to search Tiffany Henyard. Now we're talking about just information. So Tiffany Henyard is a hot topic, right? And people care about Dolton so much. Like they are like, should we do the last hour or should we do today? Let's do how many videos YouTubers have done on Tiffany Henyard today. Okay. So the Revenge of the Hood Booger. Oh, that's interesting. 7 hours ago. Super Mayor, 20 hours ago. Tiffany Henyard hired criminals to go to... Wait, Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard hired criminals to go to prison for her crimes? Okay. Oh, another one an hour ago. Same person. Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, corruption worse than you thought. Okay. Another one, she lost. Let's do an hour. Let's just say Tiffany Henyard. Let's see what happened the last hour. Let's go to the last hour. Lost her mind, Dolton now. Okay, so let's talk about Tiffany Henyard. She's corrupt. Everybody, hey, Choose, hey, Cynthia. Everyone wants to save Dolton. Okay, let's go to some important cases here. Let's go to the twins found in the Georgia mountains, and they have a beautiful aunt and a beautiful mother that are also twins. Let's go there because we have a whole lot of people from Atlanta that have to come here for content for some reason, but okay. Because nothing's going on. Atlanta is a perfect place. But let's go here and let's hear about these young men that were found. Their mother is still fighting. Their mother is fighting and every day saying this is not right. Let's go to how much news they got today. Wait a minute. No results found. How much news they got today? Okay, let's go to how much news they got this week. This week, how much news they get? Hold on, let's go down. Nothing. All right. We had to go to 1 month ago. Let's try 2 weeks ago. Let's try this month. 3 weeks ago. Now, how many YouTubers covered this? Not to say you can't cover Tiffany Henyard. You could cover both. Press conference. Let's go.
To Georgia Live.
If anyone can get me in touch with the mothers, and I'm saying this on purpose because y'all know everybody gonna start covering it now. So we're doing this on Choose. You already know it's gonna happen, and I want you to. If anyone can get me in touch with the mother of the twin boys, that would be amazing. But let's listen to their story. And why isn't YouTube in a frenzy about this? Why is it that we're talking about Tiffany Henyard in a FOIA? Okay, let's listen.
Picture there over the Atlanta skyline. This is what we know. The family of twin brothers found dead there. They're pushing back against the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's conclusion that the deaths were suicides. This is the first time we're coming to this story here. I want to get the lowdown from our colleagues at Fox 5 in Atlanta, including from reporter Kim Leffler. She joins me. Kim, thanks for being with us here. Just a tragic set of circumstances. You've been on this story for quite some time. Help us get up to speed. What is going on?
Well, the family of Qadir Nazir Lewis say the GBI story just doesn't add up. They're now calling for an independent investigation as well as the release of all evidence in the case.
This is not just our fight. It is a test of whether Black lives truly matter in this country.
The family of Qadir and Nazir Lewis have pushed back against the GBI's finding of their deaths as suicides.
Those teenage boys would have driven off of a cliff if they had to drive on a curvy, windy, narrow road up a mountain in pure darkness.
A hiker discovered the bodies of the 19-year-old twins on Bell Mountain in Towns County back in March, both with gunshot wounds. The GBI says investigators reviewed cell phone location data, surveillance footage, internet history and purchase records, and forensic evidence, and determined the brothers' injuries were self-inflicted. They say the evidence also showed the twins traveled alone from Gwinnett County to the mountain, but their family says it all doesn't make sense.
They left their subdivision at 10:17 p.m., making a quick trip to the gas station, then vanished. What happened after they left the gas station? Show us more videos.
According to the GBI's most recent update from May 21st, they say the investigation will be formally closed in the coming weeks. Georgia NAACP chapter president Gerald Griggs says there's similarities between this case and others like Ahmaud Arbery in 2020. The twins' family says they won't rest until they get answers.
So as somebody who worked on that particular case, the same thing that I'm hearing right now gives me pause. And that's why we need an independent investigation.
For the 116 years that the NAACP has responded to lynchings, we know what a lynching looks like, we know what it smells like, we know what a cover-up starts out like.
We did reach out to the GBI today, and they referred us back to their most recent statement and findings in May, but they did say they will be providing an update when the case is formally closed. That's the latest from here, but for now, we'll send it back to you.
Kim, just a brief question. So what's next in this story? Where does it go from here?
Well, at this point, we're still waiting for the official word from the GBI that this case is closed, but the family certainly is going to continue their push to get that evidence released. They say they want to see everything to make that determination about exactly what happened, because they say this was really unusual for the boys to leave their home and go all the way up to the North Georgia mountain, about 90 miles or so from their home here in Gwinnett County.
And I just want to point out, nobody's listening to them. They're saying they wouldn't do that. They're saying, do you guys have family members? So like, let's say your mother just decided tomorrow to climb Mount Everest for no reason, but she told you she was going to the grocery store. She was going to Pete's and get some fruits and vegetables. You're going to say something about this. You're going to say something about this. They just immediately made it a suicide. Why isn't YouTube covering this? Why isn't YouTube covering this? And I'm not saying that you guys can't cover Tiffany Henyard, but why is this not an issue? So Chu said Stone Mountain became a meeting place for the KKK and was a site for their rebirth and gathering. I did not know that. We have to talk about this. Oh, a Confederate monument. Okay. Let's talk about this case. Now, I don't know why the YouTubers, they once in a while they will say it. I won't say they won't, but no one stays on top of this family. I'm sorry, you guys couldn't hear the video? Can you hear the video? Okay, let's go back. I was talking about Kendrick. Let's go back to the family on Stone Mountain. Let's go back to their family. Let's go to that there, then we'll go back to Kendrick. Can y'all hear me now? StreamYard needs... Hold on. Okay. Let's see if you can hear this video. Let me take it out. Okay, let's take it out. They don't want this to be shown, guys. StreamYard needs to, you know what? I'm going to get Choose to give me a serious, one of those serious emails. Let's see if you can hear it now.
Of 19-year-old Gwinnett County twins found shot to death on Bell Mountain. They're calling now for an independent investigation after the GBI ruled they each died by suicide. Our chase.
Okay, did y'all hear that yet? Did you hear what she was saying? Okay, so they're saying that each of them died by suicide. Let's go.
Howell spoke with the family about why they don't trust the findings.
Tyrese Lewis, the father of Kadir and Nazir Lewis, suffered a stroke in November, but now he's suffering heartbreak after his boys' sudden and questionable death.
Since the investigation began, we have sought to understand what happened that night.
That's Tiger, the twins' uncle, reading part of a statement Lewis wrote. He, along with members of the NAACP, rallying outside the Gwinnett County Justice and Administration Center to call on the GBI to release its findings in the boys' death.
I find it very hard to believe, as a 21-year practicing attorney, that these individuals drove to a mountain they did not know, up a windy, dark road behind a gate that was locked.
It's no way, you guys. Something had to happen after that gas station. Like, this is my theory. After I heard the moms, it doesn't have to be true. What if somebody was asking for help on the side of the road and they went to help them and they brought them up there? I just don't think that I just don't think that. Why would they even stop at the gas station for refreshments if that was their plan?
And killed themselves.
The family says the way the twins' bodies were found makes them doubt it was a double suicide like the GBI says it was.
Positioned with their feet almost touching, but spread out to where their heads were fanned out. Their arms were out. Their heads were facing upward.
The Lewis family, along with the NAACP, comparing the Lewis's death to that of Ahmaud Arbery, the unarmed black man who was gunned down in Georgia in 2020. Since GBI's determination, the family has submitted an open records request to gain access to the evidence. The NAACP giving the GBI until Monday to fork over everything they have on the twins' case, or they'll take it to court. In Gwinnett County, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
We did reach out to the GBI, and others from Gwinnett County family says they have seen new surveillance video that changes everything.
So the video shows 19-year-old Kadir and Nazir Lewis alive just hours before their bodies were found. The GBI says a hiker discovered the twins at the top of Bell Mountain in Hiawassee, nearly 90 miles from their Lawrenceville home.
11 Alive's Cody Alcorn has been following this case very closely. He's joining us now live from...
Thank you, Choose. I guess I got to go out of each one. Let me go out. Thank you, Choose. I don't know. StreamYard should have this. I got to get with this OBS studio because StreamYard tripping. Okay, let's see. Let's stop sharing. Thank you so much, you guys. But this is so much that needs to be done over there in Atlanta. And I'm not telling people don't come here. That's not what I'm saying. Do we need to go to Atlanta and check on the people? Because this is right here, and all the people that's in Atlanta coming here.
Has been following this case very closely. He's joining.
Let me know if y'all can hear.
Us now live from the Lawrenceville gas station, where a surveillance camera captured some of the brothers' final moments. Cody?
Jennifer and Ron, the GBI, originally came out believing this was a murder-suicide, but the family has never believed that. It's now been 52 days since the twins were found. And tonight, this video capturing the twins here behind me is fueling even more questions for this family.
Nothing adds up. Nothing makes sense. You know, I'm even more clueless now.
Samira Bronner and her twin sister Sabria are aunts to Kaidir and Nazir Lewis. They say the brothers appear in surveillance video at this Shell gas station in Lawrenceville on Friday night, March 7th.
At night at 10:30 p.m.
The station sits on Hurricane Shoals Road near Collins Road, just 9 minutes from the family's home.
They pretty much walked inside the gas station, walked out.
Nothing in the video appeared to stand out.
Drinking water, eating snacks, and dressed how they would normally dress.
But 12 hours later, their bodies are found on Bell Mountain, shot. The mountain is nearly 90 miles away.
They were seen here alive at 10. So how did they end up in the mountain?
The family says the twins weren't hikers.
And it's super dark out there. They're not familiar with the roads out there.
And they shouldn't have been in Georgia. The brothers had a flight booked to Boston early that same morning.
But the Uber driver got them there late, so they missed their flight.
Their plane tickets were still in their wallets. What was meant to be a quick trip to visit friends ended with a deadly detour to a remote mountaintop.
I want to know exactly what happened to them. One thing I know for sure, that they did not do nothing to themselves.
What beautiful girls, right? Beautiful women. Atlanta YouTubers, they need you. They need you. While you're fighting for Dolton, that's great. Come on and keep on fighting. Do a video too on this. Go find these sisters. Be genuine about it. But I think it's some. If you guys know them, I'll look it up, and I'll see if I can find a group where we could try to help them. They're right there in Atlanta with this kind of tragedy. And guess what kind of tragedy we got here in Dolton? This is what we got. This is what we got. This is what we got in Dolton that y'all following right now.
Tiffany Henyard dancing out her final days in office.
Y'all painted me in a bad light, and that wasn't right.
But before she's gone,
people want to know what's next for you.
Ben Bradley adds up one last tally of how much she cost taxpayers. WGN investigates tonight at 9.
That's what that's what y'all following. Y'all, I gotta get out of here. I had a quick lunch break. I just wanted to come on here and do a test to say, are we going to see some of these Atlanta YouTubers really going into, unless I miss some, maybe I'm in like this realm where I'm only seeing certain, but where they're going to say, hey, this crisis is a couple of blocks from me. Hey, this crisis is right down the street from me. Hey, this is an hour away. Let me see if I can help my community. I'm just wondering if that's going to happen. But it's fun to cover Dolton. Not your quote. I remember that. What happened to that mayor? That we heard nothing. Khalid Kamal. He had the first dog. Remember, he had the first dog. He doing all kind of stuff down there. It's shush. They not saying nothing. It's stuff that's proven, black and white. But the board meeting minutes are up. I was watching Conscious earlier. The board meeting minutes, if we did not get them from Choose Compassion, because she did the first 2 board meetings for us, shout out to her. Yeah. What's going on, Atlanta? Just asking. Anything down there that y'all want to talk about? Or no? It's just, we got to save Dolton. If y'all saw Conscious video, have them come clean that fence off over there. Have them come fix that fence. Chu said less gas, and they suck. Y'all, I gotta go. I'm trying to make a 4:00 appointment with Gardis if we can, to talk about Father's Day. But I wanted to just pop in here for 20 minutes and say, hey, What about these twins? Nothing for these twins? No kind of love for these twins? Went up the mountain. The people are crying out for help.
Towell spoke with the family about why they don't trust the findings.
Tyrese Lewis, the father of Kadir and Nazir Lewis, suffered a stroke in November, but now he's suffering heartbreak after his boys' sudden and questionable death.
Since the investigation began, we have sought to understand what happened that night.
That's Tiger, the twins' uncle, reading part of a statement Lewis wrote. He, along with members of the NAACP, rallying outside the Gwinnett County Justice and Administration Center to call on the GBI.
Anybody there in Gwinnett County? All right, just asking. Just asking. It's okay to come here. But if you got things going on there, check on them too if you all about the people. Love you guys. Bye.
Commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy.